would say at the outset, George, is, and you raised this, the issue of the leak from James Comey to his friend at Columbia Law School that was ultimately leaked to the New York Times is unprecedented. I mean, I want everyone to be thinking about this. The then current FBI director took contemporaneous notes, put them on a form, used government facilities to do that. If an FBI agent does that, they usually fill out a Form 302. Could you imagine what would happen if FBI agent then leaked that Form 302 out to the New York Times? What the allegations would be? So this was an unprecedented move. And Preet mentioned the issue of executive privilege. The president and the administration they did not invoke executive privilege on this hearing, but on these documents, they didn't know what the contents were. It may well, I would assert, I'm sure it was executive privilege, but James Comey never gave anyone the opportunity to determine if that was going to be the case.
Didn't the president waive any privilege once he talked about the meetings? That's what the tweet about the tapes was about.
Well, those two don't actually relate. The executive privilege follows on any conversation the president had in deliberative process. So again, there was only, neither you nor I nor Preet are privy to that conversation. But you have to say, I think anybody looking at this case honestly has to say there were three things that took place here. One, it was made very clear from the FBI director on multiple occasions that the president had not been and was not under investigation for obstruction of justice. He made that very clear in his written testimony, which is, by the way, part of the record. And number two, and I think, again, the unprecedented nature of this, that there was no evidence, and you've had other people on this program, including senators, members of the intelligence community, that said there has been no evidence of collusion. So you look at the issue and say, then what is the role of the special counsel here? And the special counsel allowed James Comey to testify. James Comey said he reviewed his testimony with the special counsel. And you wonder if it's unusual to me, and I've done a lot of cases for 40 years of practicing law almost, and at the highest levels, including the Supreme Court, that you have a situation, I think this is unprecedented, where the testimony was reviewed, it was then discussed, and then it was part of that testimony, a large part of it was based on leaked information.
Are you suggesting there that you and the president's legal team don't have confidence in Robert Mueller to conduct a fair investigation?
No, what we're saying is this. Look, I mean, Mark Kasowitz, who's the lead lawyer on this case and is in charge of the legal team, has said clearly that he is putting forward a legal team and a legal defense that will address all of the issues. But I think that the unusual situation here, this is unprecedented in our history, is that the former FBI director was the source of a leak.